The Australian Television Network and associated stations presents The Bert Newton Show!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon to you. What a lovely mob. Enough, enough. There'll be plenty of times and occasions for you to applaud today, because we've got a super show for you with some lovely people for you to meet. On the show today, Pat Farah is joining us with her very good friend and our very good friend, Olivia Newton-John. They're over here from... what are you smiling at, Mr. O'Connor, my little floor manager? You like Olivia Newton-John?
I do, yes.
I can tell you in a burst of confidence that Matt, her very fine husband, has flown back. So she's here all by herself.
Oh, really?
And on Friday night, Patty and I are going out with Pat Farah and her husband, John Farah. Okay. Olivia might be coming along by herself. And guess what? As a special surprise, we'll ring you at 11 o'clock and tell you how dinner's going. Okay? Also, on the show today, we're going to talk to a gentleman who's got funerals without religion. He's an undertaker from... what are you doing that for?
He knows he's right.
That is... For those who don't understand what that little joke is all about. Whose idea was that? Yours, Peter, was it? I suppose.
Wayne Foster-Nelly.
Wayne Foster-Nelly, who formerly worked on the show. We had an experience, Patty and myself, in bed the other morning. I'll rephrase that. We woke up in bed the other morning, which sometimes for me is quite a change. I woke up there and Patty said, look what's happened, it's turned. And I said, what has turned? And she said, the statue. I looked across, and we've got a statue, a religious statue. We actually live in a convent, and the statue. So the boys are doing, and it made the press today. But you shouldn't do that, because in the old days of my religion, anyway, you could be struck down by a bolt of lightning or something. So if it happens, it wasn't my idea, and I didn't think it was particularly funny. To open, how do they do it, by the way? And why didn't Noel take that the last time I gave it? I keep giving Noel Ferrier that bust, and he doesn't want it. To open our show for today, and very funny, by the way, to open our show for today, Jane Scarley. It's beautiful to have her on the show. And the song is I Only Want to Be With You, and we only want to be with Jane Scarley. Here's Jane. Jane Scarley. Everybody loves Jane. And I only want to be with you. It's always a nice feeling to have Jane open the show. I'll be on the show at any time. Well, speaking of shows, on this particular television network, quite some years ago, there was a show called Time for Terry. Now, I don't want to run the clip just yet, but in probably 4 or 5 or 6 minutes' time, you'll see a clip of 2 young ladies who went overseas to find fame and fortune, and that's exactly what they found. But apart from show business fortune too, they found personal happiness and also an ability to earn a couple of bob in something which took off seemingly overnight called koala blue. Will you please welcome 2 of Australia's favourite daughters, Pat Farah and Olivia Newton-John. You're looking ugly as usual. God, you scrub up well, you two, don't you, eh?
Thanks, Bert.
Welcome back to Australia. You've been here a little while, haven't you,
Yeah,
actually?
I was here. I managed to sneak in. It was great. I had 2 weeks here without anyone knowing.
How do you
It's
sneak
lovely.
in?
Just, I don't know, but I did it. It was great.
I saw you
I'm
walking
not
down...
telling you. I won't be able to.
Yeah, well, a couple of years ago, I saw you walking down... or I thought I saw you walking down Toorak Road, and I went home and said to Patty, I think I saw Olivia Newton-John today, but it couldn't be. She wouldn't be. I said, yes, could be, because quite often she just sneaks in and no one knows. So it's quite a trick, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got here on Sunday with your beautiful family.
Yes, my 2 boys. We had a terrible flight over there. It was delayed about 18 hours. And,
That's no good.
and it's difficult when you've got a 15-month-old baby with you. And
Did he
of course,
behave himself?
He was pretty good. He's had a problem here in the hotel at night, though.
What, down the bars or...?
No, just crying during the night and thinking it's daytime and wanting to play. But he's good.
How old is he now, Pat?
He's 15 months.
Oh, well, of course, you've got to expect that at
Yeah.
that time. How old's Chloe?
She's 3.5.
She's gone back to the States,
She
has
went
she?
back.
With
I
Matt.
was here for 2.5 weeks and she saw grandma and grandpa and uncles and aunts and cousins, but...
There she
Oh,
is.
there she is.
Isn't she beautiful? And what about this shot? I love
Oh,
this.
yes.
The other shot, which I just absolutely love. We got it
My
there?
mum took these
Yeah,
pictures.
look at that. I've got one of you doing that, Olivia.
What did I say? I said
She said that you did.
Can we talk about why you're here?
Yes, I'm here to make an album. I wanted to make this album for about 4 years and decided that when I wanted to do this album, I'd do it in Melbourne because it's kind of a nostalgic album to make. So I'm doing it with John Farah. Again, we're kind of teaming up again and we're using all Australian musicians and I'm doing it live with an orchestra.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you're here to naturally keep company with. Where's John? Did he come to the studios?
No, he's down there at rehearsals.
Is he
Getting
still camera shy?
Terribly, yes.
John Farah, who is one of the most brilliant musicians Australia's ever produced, is also one of the shyest men that Australia's ever produced, isn't he?
He is shy.
I mean, he's such a shy.
But he looks great. He should come on. He looks gorgeous.
Well,
he's
send
getting
him
better
on
as he
one
gets
day.
older.
Anytime he wants to, anytime he's passing the studios, just to come in and
Okay.
walk in on the set, and he's more than welcome to play something for us. And
Oh, he'd love
I'll
that.
sing with him. I'm sure he'd have done that at parties anyway. Pat, what about Koala Blue? This is a
Yeah.
well, a great success story, but surely, as I think we've discussed before, when you first started out with Koala Blue, you wouldn't have imagined that it was going to blossom into the huge conglomerate, big empire it is today.
Not the way it's developed, no. I mean, I think when we first opened on Melrose in '83, we talked about, we're going to have lots of stores. We've always been dreamt big, you know, and but we didn't realise it would turn into the fashion business that it is. Because it's not Australiana anymore. I mean, that was the first year of Koala Blue. And that was fine for a while, but that wasn't going to go on. And then gradually over the years, we've developed our own Koala Blue fashion line. So now we design, manufacture and distribute a sportswear line.
All over the
And
world.
Such as which she is wearing at the moment.
That looks lovely.
And
Would you like
this-
to stand and
This
I'll
is last
describe
year.
for
This
you?
is this year. This is last
Let's
year.
just stand up, Pat, because that looks absolutely lovely.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
The sweater is our new fall sweater.
Looks nice, doesn't it, Lou?
Yeah. And this is from last
This is
fall.
last year. This is old now.
Would you like to stand, Miss John? Let's have a look. Very nice indeed. Yes. And this is Mr. Matusik in Sydney, who made this very lovely jacket there. I haven't paid for it yet, so perhaps I might get a bit off the old. Do you think that, whereabouts are you, apart from America now? You're in Hong Kong, aren't you?
Hong Kong, Japan, Canada,
France this year.
France
isn't it,
this
the end
year,
of the
yeah.
And what about Australia?
Yes,
Soon.
we're negotiating with Australia right now.
Yeah.
Sydney and Melbourne?
All
Yeah.
over.
All over, yeah. Start
So-
with Melbourne, of course.
So what do you, I mean, it's basically franchises that you then give out, is it?
It's like franchising, but it's called licensing. It's slightly different technical things, but it's the basic idea that they have to buy everything from us, buy everything from us, and They run it. The people that have the stores run it and employ the people, but they get all their clothes from us.
So
we manufacture.
it's not sort of a McDonald's situation where you employ people under 14 who learn to make dresses and
No.
it's sort of over the counter, nothing like that.
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's exciting, and also when seeing the store that the Patty and I did in Hawaii, it's and it was interesting just to be there. No one knows you from a bar of soap, and just to hear the comments about people talking about the clothes, you feel like saying, you know, well, I know those people, I know those people. So it really is a great success story. Pat, did you ever regret? Number one, before I ask you the question, I was going to ask you, did you ever regret giving up show business performing? But first up, I want you girls to relive a moment from this very network, the 7 Network, when you. I love doing
Here
this
we go
because the
again.
last time we played it, you were over there in Los Angeles and you couldn't see me and you couldn't see what we were playing. But on a very famous afternoon program called Time for Terry, which starred Terry O'Neill, I'm allowed to say Ian Turpie? Yes, Ian Turpie, and Terry Holden and lots of other people appeared on that show. The 2 young girls who went on to fame and fortune were Pat and Olivia. So cast your minds back, your memories back, and your eyesight back to this era.
But it soon catch the moon, what had it catch? Around the corner, or whistling down the river, come on over to me.
You should have seen their reaction. If only you had. Slightly, but you look good then, look terrific.
We look dreadful. All those terrible hairstyles. We used to wear all this makeup, and I used to make our dresses. And
Is it? So that's where it started. Is it possible for any young people watching the show today? Is it possible for them to go into Kuala Blue and buy those sort of dresses?
oh no, I hope not.
What are your memories of those early days? How did you get together?
Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah,
You-
I was in England. I'd won a trip on the Johnny O'Keefe show, the Sing 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 show. That some of you oldies may remember that one. And I went to London and was staying in a flat with my mum. And Pat she won a contest or was sent by 3OK.
Three ex-wife.
Sorry, 3XY. Sent her over, and we stayed in the same flat together. And Pat had some jobs to do, and I was working at this dreadful divey club in London. So Pat said to me, why don't we join up? Well, actually,
Was it
Apple Guy
Apple Guy from
suggested
the
we join
Circus
up
or-
together.
Because in London those days we were doing shows. When you were booked, I had all these jobs doing these really sleazy places. They were awful
Horrible
places.
nightclubs,
And you'd do
yeah.
shows at midnight and 2 and 4, and then you'd have to travel all over the place.
You were working
and-
solo, weren't you?
Yeah, at this stage, and it was just awful, and I was hating it, and I was getting really depressed. And Athol was one. I said, "We'll do it together. At least you'll have fun." You know, and that's what we did. I had commitments, for 2 months, and so I shared my wages with her for 2 months. It was all of like £22 a week. And I've said to her that she should really, I think, reciprocate now and share some of her wages with me for a while. What do you think?
I think even with old friends, you know, people who were kind to you in years gone by. When the break came and you went on to married life with John, you went across to America. Did you then, Pat, have any regrets at giving up your singing career?
Yeah. Yeah, I never really said I'm going to give it up today. It just happened that when I travelled to England, John was working and I travelled around with him, and we were newlyweds, and it was difficult for me to go off and do what I wanted to do. And I started to work again in England back in '74, I think. Everything was going fine, and then we decided to move to the States, and when I moved to the States I didn't have any visa to work for 2 years, so again it just went on and I didn't do anything. Then I had Sam and I didn't want to work. By then, 10 years had gone by, and so there were so many talented people in the States, and I really didn't feel I was up to going and knocking on doors and starting it all over. I sort of regret it a little bit, particularly if I'm in a nightclub and I hear a girl sing with a trio and sing old jazz songs. I get really emotional, want to get up there. And my dream is to, a few glasses of wine and that, and I'm off. I want to sing again. And so I think maybe one day my dream is to get a little group together and just have a club somewhere, and so I can go and just sing once a week, and then I'd be happy.
We've got some wine here. Like I understand that Olivia can't sing for us because of contractual obligations, and I understand that because my record company feels the same way about me. But what's the excuse in your case, Pat? Because I've heard you sing at parties and you still sing beautifully.
Oh, no. No way.
They're wonderful musicians. I'm sure you'd remember most of them. They've been here since the station opened.
They were young.
We're going to take a break and then we'll come back. We've got Jane Scarley returning with us, and also John Dietrich is going to be here too. We're back with you after this break. Our special guest, Pat Farrer and Olivia Newton-John. Welcome back. Our special guests are Olivia Newton-John and Pat Farah. And I thought I might bring out to the host area a young girl who opened the show today, Jane Scarley, whom I've worked with many, many times over the years. She's a terrific young singer. And you girls were basically role models for her. And I know she'd like to be here, and we'd like to have her join us. Jane Scarley, ladies and gentlemen. Jane's basically one of those singers who for a long time sang beautifully at centre stage, and no compere really ever sort of grabbed her over to centre stage. And we did a couple of weeks ago with her husband, who's a terrific comic.
Much, yes.
And all of a sudden, Jane was just wonderful.
I mean, this is so nerve-wracking for me sitting beside you two. I don't know what to say.
Well, I mentioned they were sort of basically, I suppose, role models for you.
You know, because I've never actually met you, but I feel like I know you so well because through the years, you know, I mean, I tried to emulate you and sing all your songs, and I used to wear my hair like you, and she was my inspiration for everything.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. I'm
Love your
flattered.
husband too.
Thank you.
I hope mine's not watching.
Have you, are you old enough to remember Pat's husband, John Farah, from The Strangers? Handsome?
Very handsome.
Not particularly tall, but handsome and sexy and very, very talented and not available, I might mention, but
Talking of old, I've got to tell you a cute story. I arrived the other night and I was really tired, so John and Olivia went out to a party together. They've been dating a lot this week.
What's happened in America?
But anyway, they went there and John apparently was talking to this very attractive woman and chatting away and having a lovely time. And she looked at him and she said, by the way, she said, my mother used to dance with your wife at Mayban's.
Isn't that
Is that
beautiful?
hysterical? He said he felt so old.
Brought him right back to earth, I would say.
Yeah.
Jane, when you look at the careers of Pat and Olivia, I suppose that's the sort of thing that you attain to?
Well, I think it's every Aussie girl, or every Aussie girl like myself, singing, that you know, aspire for great things. You always do when you're starting out, and then sort of as the years go by, you become a little bit more realistic about things. And
have you tried overseas? I know you've worked overseas.
I
But
have worked overseas, but you know, the doors haven't really sort of opened themselves for me. But you know, I'm still plugging away. And
Well, you sing very well. So
thank you.
Olivia, what's the sort of advice you would give to someone like Jane in trying for it overseas? I guess there's no regular routine or advice you can give us there.
No, I mean, I think I was really lucky. I mean, I was the right time, I had the right people. I was very lucky. I was very fortunate. But if you have talent, you just have to keep at it, I guess. I suppose recording is the best way.
Wonderful songs too. I
Yeah,
mean, we just couldn't wait for the next one to come along because we just, you know.
Well,
knew
John
that it
wrote a
would
lot
be-
of my songs.
Yes,
so
that's the bloke that you didn't, have much to say about. Well, remember, John Farah, who's still writing
doing
excellent
really
songs, writing
Don't
wonderful
make her
songs,
feel
and he's just looking for the right singer in Australia.
She's just too young.
I can hear him. Who's that?
A baby
You
crying.
put the kids in. Oh, would you like to meet Pat's kids? They're beautiful, boys. Max and Sam, come out. I can hear there's a little squawk at the back. There they are. Come on, Max. Maxie. Max is the younger one, and this handsome boy here is Sam. Hiya, Sam. Hi, good to see you. Good to see you. Wow, there they go. You know, there's quite a story too that I might get Pat to tell about little Max, who's, how old did you say, 15 months?
15 months, yeah.
15 months. When he was, we can cover that by boom and he can play with the microphone. And tell us the story about his birth, Pat, because it wasn't an easy one, and for a little while there, it didn't look as if Max was going to be with us.
Yeah, he was born at 27 weeks after I was in hospital for 6 weeks. I went into labour at 21 weeks, and they fought to save him. They were trying to make 28 because that's really the safe time, but 27 he came out and he was 2 pounds 2 ounces, and he was in the hospital for 3 months with IVs, and they shaved his head and they gave him transfusions through his head and needles, and it's just awful what they go through, the pain he went through. But I think he's forgotten it all. And he's fine, and he's perfectly healthy, and he's chubby, and he's a little monster, and he's adorable.
Yeah. Jane, I'd like to further mention to you, see, apart from writing wonderful songs, look at the beautiful children that
What are you
John...
suggesting, Bert?
No, all I'm suggesting... I guess that's up to John.
Please.
But have a look, if you want to know what John looks like, you just have a look at Sam there. He's a great-looking kid.
Oh,
And he looks like his mum too, like his dad. Do you...
Are you married?
He's only, what, 12? 11?
Just turned 11.
Just turned 11. Do you recognise anybody else around the studio, Pat and Olivia, that you thought you might know? Just have a look around in the audience area and just see if you can...
Oh, there's Ewan.
Yes! My mother-in-law has come in today because it's a free show, and she's... She's the only person I know who, even at a free show, shows a pensioner card. See if you'll give her something back. And she's in representing Patty, just to say hello, because I know you're old friends. And she is. Good on you, Yoon. How are you?
Good.
I want to just finally show you a clip which I think, apart from the fact that it's amusing, it also is so ironic and so prophetic. In the Time for Terry show, as you were leaving for overseas, this is what Terry O'Neill had to say.
Look, on behalf of everyone here, we would like to wish you every success, and I mean that sincerely. And I think you're going to have a great big success. I'm pretty sure of it. I got bets on it. I got news for you. Want to see you come back here next time as the big stars, touring around. All right? Maybe movies as well. You never know.
It was prophetic. It's great to have you all back in Australia. Look forward to hopefully seeing you socially while you're here. And thanks for doing the show. I realise how busy you both are, and it was just terrific. And thanks, Jane, for joining us too, and Sam, and Max especially. Thanks to you. We're back with you after this break, and John Dietrich joins us. Welcome back. Lovely seeing the girls. Olivia and Pat, Maxie and Sam, and also I thought Jane Scarley was terrific too. It was great to see her here. Don't you think, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. She's a great talent, is Jane. Another great talent too on this Day of Stars is our next guest, a man who's done a lot in the musical theatre in Australia and also in England. And he showed a lot of intestinal fortitude a couple of years ago to produce and present his own show here in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Dietrich. Hope you'll forgive. I almost gave you a kiss on the cheek because you're the first guest I've had that hasn't been pretty and female.
Well, you could have, because we're French, you could have given me a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, I think the handshake was fine with me. Thanks, John. Thanks for listening. Theatre hasn't changed you, has it? John, you're just out of Les Miserables in Sydney. You finished on Saturday.
Saturday night.
And good experience?
Just the best, the most extraordinary experience I've ever had in the theatre, this show. And I have never, ever done a show where the highs are so high. When you have a final night, you expect the final night to everyone stand up and cheer. The final nights for Les Mis in Sydney started on the Thursday, when the entire audience stood and threw streamers and in tears, cheering. Friday night, Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, 4 closing nights, just extraordinary.
Well, seeing the production, unfortunately you weren't... Well, I say unfortunately, the gentleman whom you replaced was wonderful. Like
Philip Quast, yeah.
Just wonderful,
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're great in it too. The reports are that you're brilliant. But seeing that show, it sounds like a line from an ad in the newspaper for a theatrical success, but it's more than a show. It's an experience, isn't it?
It's a phenomenon. It's just the most... It's state-of-the-art musical theatre. It's as good as it gets. It's as good as it's ever been. It breaks ground that we won't see happen again for many, many years. It's the most wonderful thing to do, and it appeals to the audience, as the audience just can't believe it. It leaves so many visual images in your mind that you never, ever forget. And it's the most extraordinary experience.
You're staying with the show for the Melbourne season?
I can't. Gee, when I get a good part, I hold on to it forever.
Yeah. I gave you an opportunity to say, oh no, actually I'm a little tired of it.
No.
Great.
It's too good a part. It's the most wonderful part I've ever played. I've never played anything that is like this, that is a character role. I've always played... well, for instance, There I Am There. I mean, that's pretty different to to the way Melbourne audiences have seen me. I mean, that makeup there takes me about 45 minutes to get on. And I just love playing this dark, hard, determined man, and he's just so interesting. I just love it.
It's amazing if one's life story could be written before it occurred. You'd be amazed to read that you would spend every night of your life for 6 months pursuing Normie Rowe.
Yeah, well... Yeah, that's right.
Because it was new for Normie too. I mean, who would have thought 10 years ago that Normie would take hold of a role like that, Valjean, and make it his own?
Normie is just superb in this show.
He's great, isn't he?
He is just superb. He pumps it out every night, and I have such respect for him. I think he's marvellous.
John, may I ask you, what was the feeling like going on stage for Les Miserables and not having the worry of producing, directing, and backing the show?
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. I mean, Nine was... a great labour of love. I thought we proved a few things with that show, but I was trying to do something a little bit more than just put a show on. I was trying to show people that we had the designers and the choreographers and everything out here, But it's great not to have all that worry and just concentrate on playing Javert. I think that's what I do best is performing in the theatre, and it's wonderful to have a director, Gail Edwards, to tell me that I'm doing it wrong.
But you can't underscore what happened, though, and unfortunately in life, and more so these days, it appears to me, that achievements are quite easily forgotten. And I think we should never forget that you decided as a very young bloke to take something on like Nine, the musical, and get the backing, put your own brass in, produce and direct it, and then be on stage with an all-female cast, which I suppose in itself had some advantages, but then again some disadvantages too. Yeah. And was it a case in the old Jack Davy vocabulary, was it a case of biting off more than you could chew and then chewing like hell?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Actually, Jack said buggery, but I thought I'd say that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got a lot of flack for it. Some of it hurt me a bit. I think when I look back on it, the fact that I put myself in a show that had just one man and 21 women, I was just asking for it, and I never thought of that. I swear, honestly, I never thought of it. I just loved the show. But it was just such a wonderful part, I guess. I think I could have done maybe one less of the tasks, and it might have been better, but I don't regret any of it. I loved it. We didn't make any money out of it. But,
did you lose money?
Oh, yeah, we lost a lot of money. But,
did you lose a lot of money yourself?
Yeah, I lost a lot of money. But
a lot of money? Or
yeah,
just
a lot of money, yeah. But
I have a very rich mother-in-law today.
Well, but you can't. I don't regret any of it. I mean, it was just a fantastic show. I love the theatre. If I could work in the theatre every night in good musical theatre, I'd just be I am the happiest man in the world. I've had 2 years of the Nine, and this is just fantastic.
John, we talked before to Olivia and Pat about success overseas, and let's face it, for a long time there were actors who went overseas from Australia, not going back to the 50s and 60s and maybe the 70s, where they didn't have as much success as they pretended they had over yonder, and you found out quite often that they spent a lot of their time driving a bus, which is fair enough. They probably drove the buses very well. But over there in London, you did very well. You got the lead in Oklahoma, and you were there in the West End, which is hard enough for an Englishman to break into. Why didn't you stay and persevere?
I got off at Oklahoma back here, and I just came back to do it. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, I did. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was a great success with the show. I love Australia, I suppose. That's really what it is. And I have never, ever thought that we were in any way less than what is in America or England. I've never thought that. And I know it's true. I know that we are as good. I am more excited working with Normie and Debbie and everybody else in Les Mis than I would be if it was full of the biggest stars from America or England.
And you were playing it on Broadway?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, but if those people were here in Australia is what I was actually meaning. Mm-hmm. If they had brought out some huge star from America, some huge star from England, I'm more excited to work with Deborah Byrne and Normie Rowe and Anthony Warlow and Peter Cousins. I get much more excitement out of seeing those Australians because I know, having worked there, and I go overseas all the time, that we are as good, if not better. I would say Normie's probably the best Jean Valjean in the world at the moment. Deborah is definitely the best Fantine. Anthony Warlow is without question the best Enjolras.
Are they all watching today? I hope they are, because they'd be thrilled.
Well, but they are the best. They are. See, this is the thing that people don't understand out here because they don't go over there often enough. They don't see. And I do, and some other people do. I've worked there and I go there. I go there every year. I won't be going there this year because, I just won't be. I mean, I was there last year and the year before. And I see all the people that are working there and they're very good, but the people out here are superb.
Could Tony Barber play Valjean?
That's not for me to say.
No, but I mean, do you think? I mean, I know he's a very talented man, but do you think he?
I don't know. I've never seen him sing. I mean, look, Pete. Listen, let's not forget. I hope Normie doesn't mind me saying this, but when Normie was cast as Jean Valjean, the arts editor of the Australian on the front page said that he should never have been cast and he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Now, to her, forever her disgrace.
Yeah.
That man has proven her wrong. So who knows? Tony Barber maybe would prove that he could do it.
Sure. You taking any time off?
Well, we've got a 10-week break.
Have you?
Yeah.
I mean,
what?
During the run of the show.
You'd be very good as Inspector Javert.
Oh, yes, especially in the singing part.
And Bert, you'd be very pleased to know that you get to wear a wig.
Can't he be cutting when he wants to? I'll never forget you, Don Dietrich. It's lovely seeing you. So you've got, a couple of weeks off now?
Yes. Well, no, I got 10 weeks off. I'll be spending a bit more time in Sydney.
Do you get holiday pay while you're off?
No, I don't. No. Look, that's a theatre. Don't worry about that.
Well, any time you want to, just come back and be on our show, because the money's not bad here.
No, well, very good. Yeah.
You're more than welcome. Great seeing you, John.
Lovely to talk to you.
It's terrific, of course, for Melbourne people to be able to look forward to the opening of Les Miserables here in the renovated Princess Theatre. And I guess, as is the case with the Sydney season, there'll be a lot of people flying in from all over Australia to Melbourne Melbourne to see it, maybe for the first time and certainly to see it again. Good luck to you, John.
Thank you.
John Dietrich. We're back with you after this break, and Sylvie is going to sing for you. Well, it's certainly a day of stars today. Great Bert, come over, mate. Great Bert, who is my warm-up man and also, of course, a complete and utter devotee of big names and big stars. He no doubt would be very excited with the show so far today. How do you feel?
Great.
It's good. Do you enjoy seeing all the big stars?
Yeah.
Did you like them all?
Fabulous.
Who's your favourite?
What were their names again?
Oh, get out! Stupid fool he is. We've got some music for you now, and here's a song from a girl. Who knows, if I'm lucky enough to be comparing a show in 5, 6, 7 years' time, I reckon I could be introducing this girl as a star, Sylvie, and the song is Stop. Please make her welcome, Sylvie.
All that I have is all that you've given me. Did you never worry that I'd come to depend on you? I gave you all the love I had in me. Now I find you lying, and I can't believe it's true. Wrapped in her arms, I see you across the street. See you across the street. I can't help but wonder if she knows what's going on. Oh, you talk of love, but you don't know how it feels. When you realize that you're not the only one. Oh, you better stop before you tear me all apart. You better stop before you go and break my heart. Ooh, you better stop. Time after time, I tried to walk away. I tried to walk away, but it's not that easy when your soul is torn in two. So I just resign myself to it every day. Now all I can do is to leave it up to you. You better stop before you tear me apart. You better stop before you go and break my heart. Ooh, you better stop before you go and break my
Sylvie. Very, very good. Look at that frock too. I mean, that's an upmarket version of what Ginny Little was wearing yesterday. Do you see what Ginny... But it's lovely. And also, the secret is, well, a secret to me until just a week or so ago, Sylvie's only 16 or 17, I think. So I know she's not old enough to drive a car. So that's just fantastic. A lot ahead for Sylvie. And great to know that our show has been part of it. After this break, to show you true variety, we speak about funerals without religion. We're back with you soon. Welcome back. Many people find it difficult to talk about death, and even more are uncomfortable discussing funerals. But our next guest has no such trouble. He was the pioneer of no-frills funerals, and now he's operating funerals without religion. Please welcome Mr. Keith Russell. I like that. The funeral march straight into when the saints go marching in. That's Ross and the boys for you. Welcome to the show, Keith.
Thank you, Bert.
Well, as I said, you're the pioneer of funerals without frills, and now funerals without religion. This means, I guess, simply what it states.
Exactly, yes.
Is there a market for it, Keith?
Well, according to statistics which the government produced in the yearbook, some 50% of Australians never go to church. And it seemed to me that in 50% of all funerals there is an element of hypocrisy. So I've decided to offer a service for those people that, it's a terrible word, I call them closet Christians. They're people who don't go to church, they believe, but for whom a funeral service conducted by a minister or a priest would be hypocritical.
Yeah. I think, though, that a lot of funerals, basically, and services are there as much for the people in the church or the hall or the garden or wherever as it is for, or as they are, for the people who are dead. Because, of course, those who are dead, whether you believe there is a second life or not, there's not much they can do about what is being done for them. But don't funerals usually have just as much value, if not more value, for the people who are sitting there?
Oh, there's no question about that, Bert.
So who's helped in this area?
Well, I feel that when a minister of religion conducts a funeral service and speaks to God, shall we say, asking him to open the gates of heaven for a person who has never practiced religion, then it seems to me that anybody could get to heaven by simply hiring a minister or a priest. And the cost of hiring a minister or a priest is $65, which is cheaper than a second-class rail ticket to Sydney. What I'm saying is that the act of the minister or priest in conducting a funeral service for a person who's died seems to me to encourage the mourners to believe that one could live any sort of a life in a relaxed sort of a way, because after all somebody's going to pay the $65 and get you your entry ticket. And I think there's something fundamentally wrong and hypocritical about that proposition.
But most of your funerals, are they asked for by the deceased, before they are deceased naturally, or by the loved ones?
About 50-50. Many people of advanced age do think about this, and the phone calls that I've been getting from the advertisements in the paper are coming generally from an older age group who are saying that this is the sort of service which would appeal to them, but because perhaps their families wouldn't have, if I could use the expression, the courage to ask for this kind of funeral service, they themselves are choosing it, asking for a pamphlet, and then imposing their wishes on the sons and daughters, or not so much imposing their wishes, but making them feel okay about it.
What sort of reaction from the churches?
Well, surprisingly, quite good. The church has taken a tolerant point of view, and the Anglican Archbishop of Sydney and Monsignor John Walsh from the Catholic Church both commented on the proposition, and they said it's a natural progression. After all, more than 50% of all weddings are conducted without the church.
They didn't book a funeral?
No.
Keith, it was said to me before you came on today, this is the first time we've met, that you have a nice sense of humour, that you don't mind if I have some fun with this subject. I suppose it must be seen as a fun subject to a certain extent by those people who work in the industry, because if you took everything seriously, particularly in a job like your own, you would go crazy, wouldn't you? And very quickly you might become a client. So I mean, how do you relax? How do you see the humorous side of working as a funeral director?
Well, it comes up in the funniest ways. Of course, there are all the standard funeral jokes that I've got to put up with. People say, I'm the last person they want to meet, and because I always let them down and that sort of thing. But I think some of the funniest things happen quite accidentally, and I'll never forget an occasion when speaking to a lady about the death of her husband, and I just casually asked her what was the cause of death, and she said, well, I don't rightly remember now, but the young doctor said it was nothing very serious.
I saw something in the paper this morning which stopped me in my tracks. One of the funeral organisations is sending out brochures to elderly citizens clubs saying, why don't you come over and see what we've got? I mean, most unusual approach, isn't it?
Well,
I mean, I know it's inevitable and everybody has to face it at some stage of the game, but I mean, wouldn't it be nice just to have a cup of tea perhaps and just, you know, a little bit of a chat rather than going over and choosing?
Oh, I think the funeral is a commercial transaction, and these days in Melbourne you're looking at $2,500, and a few years ago that was the price of a new car, and you wouldn't have bought a new car without, you know, going for a drive in it. So people people like to go and look at the coffins.
Is that part of the humour you were talking about?
No, it's deadly serious. And
deadly serious was that part of the humour, right?
And they do take a sort of a morbid interest in the coffins, and you can buy them with inner spring mattresses and drapes and so on. And some people are very interested in that sort of thing, but it's, you know, they're sort of afraid to ask.
What sort of funeral are you having?
Cardboard box, somewhere in some country location, I hope.
No religion?
No religion, no.
And who'll do the service for you?
I'm going to tape my own. It's going to be...
You old skinflint.
I'm going to have some fun, speaking as it were from the grave.
What are you going to say?
Oh, I haven't thought about that yet, because I've decided to put the whole process off for as long as I can.
Now, that's funeral humour that I like. Keith, thanks for joining us today. And it's certainly an unusual attitude, but obviously there's a market there for it. Keith Russell, Funerals Without Religion. Nick Gazana is at centre stage to sing for us. Good to have Nick on the show. It's a man's world, according to Nick Gazana.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it would mean nothing, not one little thing, without a woman or a girl. You see, man made the car, take us over the road. Man made the train, have a heavy load. Man made the electric light, take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water, start to go over the heart. This is a man's world, but it would be nothing, without a woman or a girl. That little baby girl and a baby boy. Man made them happy, those man made them toys. And how can a man make everything he can? Your man makes money to buy from other men. This is a man's world, but it would be nothing without a woman or a girl. Oh Lord, this is a man's world without a woman. Oh, this is a man's world.
Thank you, Nick Gazana. This time last week I'd be saying bye-bye, but no, we have an extra 30 minutes now on the show each day. And Nick, I'd like to come over and say hello. I'd like to talk about something with Nick because here he is, Nick Gazana. because, oh, look at that
Look at
perspiration.
this.
You throw everything into a song. Nice tie closer with
that's,
This is a man who has just done a job of work.
Thank you. This is Calabrian.
Nice close one, boys. Nice close. Get right into that. See it. That's it. That's it.
Calabrian fluid retention.
Nick, I'm told that you were thrilled to see Olivia Newton-John on the show today because
that was great.
You go back a long way with Olivia to some competition or something?
I haven't seen her since, I think it was 1966. I took part in a talent quest at Noble Park Public Hall, and I hitchhiked from Preston because I ran out of money. Hitchhiked to the gig, and then it was 2 shillings to get in to actually put your name down for the talent contest. And
what was it for, the contest?
it was win an appearance on the Go Show.
Oh, right. Did you win?
No.
What did you sing?
I sang What Did I Say in E.
Yeah. Would you like to sing it for us now? I mean, you're quite right.
Right. I sang that song, and there was Ian.
Yeah. Ian Turpie.
Backstage, and Olivia dressed in light blue velvet. She had boots up to here. And
Who, Ian or Olivia? Olivia.
I just can't remember.
Yeah.
No, it was Olivia.
Any famous names of that night? Who won it? Anyone who went on to fame?
No, she went nowhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she went nowhere. I never heard of her again. She was rather a big lady with a long dress down to her.
Right, if you're watching, it's nice to know that Nick remembers you so fondly. Nick, great to have you on the show.
Thanks,
Go and
Bert.
have a shower.
Thank
Nick
you.
Gazzano, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you, mate. Might remind you that tomorrow on the show we have Christine Keeler and Ita Buttrose together on the one. That's an unusual combination, isn't it? Christine is going to talk about her new magazine, and Ita Buttrose is going to talk... Oh, no, that's wrong, isn't it? Christine Keeler is going to talk about the new movie, which, of course, has been made on the Profumo scandal in England. Ita Buttrose is going to talk about anything she wants to tomorrow on the show. We'll see you soon after this break. Welcome back. Come in, Nick. Through that already. We work pretty quickly on the show. You mentioned in the last... you look so much nicer
Don't
now.
I?
Yes, of course you do.
Maybe a bit of technology.
Our executive producer, Jim McKay, has requested that you sing. What was the song again? What'd I Say?
What'd I say?
Yeah, what'd I say? The next spot on the show. So you're rebooked. How's that?
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
You said the same money, same arrangement.
The same money?
Yes.
Fine.
And the lady that won that competition, incidentally, all those years ago, about whom you were so rude, we've got a thing called Housewife Superstar, which is starting very soon. If you're now around about 50, 55 years of age and you'd like to come back on television, I know what the feeling's like, all you have to do is write to Housewife Superstar, care of Channel 7, and we'll welcome you. And we'll see you very soon, Nick.
Okay.
Nick Gazzano again,
Thank
ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Bye.
Stay there. You'll enjoy the next time. My next guests, the guys next, claim that they can save you 82 hours of viewing time in their production of the complete works of William Shakespeare.
Okay.
As proof, please welcome the Reduced Shakespeare Company with the Othello, what's it called? Othello... No, there's a special name for it and I've forgotten it. What's it called? Oh yes, Othello Rap.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Reduced Shakespeare Company is proud to present William Shakespeare's dark and brooding tragedy, Othello, Moor of Venice.
Speak of me as I am. Let nothing extenuate of one who loved not wisely, but too well. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Othello and his Desdemona. Oh, Desi.
Can we have the lights back on, please? We left Adam on his own to research this play, and he must have looked up Moor in the dictionary and thought it was a place where you tie up boats.
Yeah, which in this context is obviously totally ridiculous, Adam. Othello the Moor in the 16th century referred to a black person.
Right, so...
Oh, jeez, I feel like such a dork.
We'll just get rid of the boats, all right?
We'll start over. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a problem here because we're really kind of white to do
we're not
Othello.
exactly
I mean, it's basically
Moorish.
written for a black person.
Yeah.
Laurence Olivier was able to do it, but he's
Right.
dead.
So I guess no
so we
Othello today, right?
No,
Yeah,
wait, hold on.
yeah,
I'm
no
sorry.
traffic.
Hold on one second. We can do Othello.
How can we
no,
possibly
gotta
do it,
just
huh?
because we're white doesn't mean we can't do Othello. Just come on, bear with us for a second. Check it out. Here's a story of a blood by the name of Othello. He liked white women and he liked green jello.
Okay, and a punk named Iago who made himself a menace because he didn't like Othello.
The Moor of Venice, yeah. Now Othello got married to a chick named Desdemona.
But he took her for the wars and he left her alone.
It was a Mona.
A Grona.
He left her alone.
He didn't write a letter and he didn't telephone her.
Yeah.
Desdemona, she was faithful, she was chastity tight, she was the daughter of a duke.
Yeah, she was totally white, but Iago had a plan that was clever and slick. Oh, he was crafty.
He was sly.
He was sort of a dick.
He said, I'm gonna shaft the Moor.
How you gonna do it? Tell us.
Well, I know his tragic flaws, that he's too damn jealous. Need a dupe, I need a dope, I need a kind of a schmo.
So he finds a chump sucker by the name of Cassio.
And he plants on him Desdemona's handkerchief.
So Othello gets to wondering just maybe if, while he been out fighting,
Commanded an army.
Could Desi and Cass be playing hide the salami?
So he come back home, stick a pillow in her face.
Kills her and soliloquize about his disgrace.
there's Amelia at the door.
Betting that
Who
whore.
say, you big dummy? She weren't no whore, she was pure, she was clean, she was virginal too.
So why'd you have to go and make her face turn blue? It's true.
It's you. Now what you gonna do?
And Othello said,
Wow, this is getting pretty scary.
Pulled out his blade and committed Harry Carey.
Iago got caught, but he probably caught the plea.
Loaded up his bags.
Moved to Beverly
Hills, that is.
Yeah.
The Reduced Shakespeare Company. And let's welcome the boys over to a host area. Jess, Adam, and Daniel. Hi. That is a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Now let me see if I got the names right. Daniel.
Yes.
Okay. Adam and Jess.
Right.
Okay, first to you, Jess.
Yes.
How do you think the bard himself would feel about what you're doing to his work?
Well, now, we think that he was a great writer. Let's make no bones about that, first of all. We respect his work very much. But, like any playwright, he had his good moments and his bad moments. There's no arguing that Hamlet is a fantastic play, but let's face it, the guy wrote 37 plays in the space of, 10 years? They couldn't all quite be up to the same level of Hamlet. So, we take some of his other works like, Titus Andronicus, Coriolanus. Some of these, have some kind of iffy material in it. And I think Shakespeare would acknowledge that himself. I think he would enjoy the work that we do with his plays and recognize the fact that some of it wasn't up to par.
We certainly did enjoy it. Adam, do you have any formal training, you guys, in Shakespeare?
We have some formal training in Shakespeare, yeah. Daniel studied in London, and I was studying at a conservatory in California, and Jess was studying literature at UC Berkeley, and we all met in San Francisco performing at a Renaissance festival that they had in San Francisco. We put on Elizabethan Renaissance festivals that recreate English Elizabethan villages in the Renaissance time. They're very popular at home.
Daniel, this has got to be a truthful answer. I mean, one thinks quite often that there is nothing new in comedy, but I've never seen anyone do that sort of thing before with Shakespeare and do it as amusingly. So was it your original idea, or did you see somebody else do it?
Well, I've seen lots of theatrical productions where someone makes fun of William Shakespeare, but I think, as far as I know, we're the only people to do all of Shakespeare's works in a single performance. All the comedies, all the histories, all the tragedies, 37 plays plus sonnets in about an hour and a half.
That's wonderful.
We're the first to do that, and it started just by doing a half-hour performance of, say, Hamlet or Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
And then we got the idea to go to the Edinburgh Festival in Scotland and do the entire complete works show. And we put it all together, and we've been doing it for 2 years now.
We should point out, too, that if you come to see us at the Universal Theater, not only are you going to see all of Shakespeare's plays, but the money saving is just tremendous. I mean, normally you go to see all of Shakespeare's plays, it would take you 3.5 days, maybe $400, $500 for the ticket to each show. Ours, you do it all in one evening. You never have to go see another Shakespeare play again in your life if you don't want to.
How do teachers feel about it? Do they like the kids going along to see what you're doing too?
Oh yeah, in fact, we're going straight from here to do a show for some school kids at the Universal Theater.
Great.
So they're busing kids out to come and see us, and I think the kids get kind of a weird idea of what Shakespeare's plays are about, but
Daniel, what's funnier? Do you find the comedy or the dramas of Shakespeare? Which turn out the funniest?
Oh, his tragedies are have far more comic content than his comedies. You know, take a play like Measure for Measure, All's Well That Ends Well. There isn't a single joke in the whole play. But something like Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet, the comic possibilities are endless in those.
And you explore them?
Oh, yes, in depth.
Oh, Hamlet especially in depth. Since it's one of the Bard's major tragedies, we give it a full 15 minutes in our show.
That's lovely. Blokes, nice to have you on the show. Good luck with the performance this afternoon and also at the Universal Theatre here in Melbourne.
We'll be there till the 30th.
Until the 30th. Okay, great having you on the show. Thanks to the Reduced Shakespeare Company. We're back with you after this break, and we're going to go right inside Hollywood. We'll see you then. Here we go again. Hope you're enjoying the show. And don't forget, an hour and a half every day now. Sydney journalist Fiona Manning was 23 when she headed for Hollywood and bluffed her way into the gossip and scandal magazine The Star, of which I have a copy there. It's a big selling magazine, is The Star in America, for all sorts of reasons, particularly because they get the inside griff on lots of things which are true, and I would imagine some things which are not necessarily true. She's now going to join us to reveal some of the tricks of the trade that she learnt over there, and also some of the tricks she took with her. Please welcome Fiona Manning. I don't get that one. What was that being played then? No, but...
Heard it through the grapevine.
Heard it through the grapevine. OK, I'll give up. Fiona, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I should have mentioned too that you've got this great book out called Inside Hollywood. How did you manage to get into a publication such as The Star? Because a lot of reporters in America want a job urgently on that, don't they?
Well, that's a very interesting question, but most people start by saying, why would you work there? But you're quite right, it's such an in-demand publication to get work on because they pay very well. They pay you a fortune to fly around the country, and you get to see these incredible places in Rupert Murdoch's private Learjet, and it's a really extraordinary way of making money because you get to write stories about the little people, you know, out in the sticks of America, and you also get to cover Hollywood.
Do you have to write the truth?
I didn't very often.
Didn't you?
No. In fact, that Star magazine here, this issue you have here, I wrote this cover story on George Hamilton and Catherine Oxenberg. It's entirely fictitious.
Really? Have you found a newfound honesty or something, or you're not? You know, have you found God, or what's happened?
No, I haven't found God. I haven't gone religious, but I did feel a certain guilt, I suppose, an attack of conscience, and this kind of thing didn't really bother me making that up because they both got a laugh out of it. They also enjoyed the publicity, but I think some of the things that magazines like The Star do are really quite damaging, and that's what I was trying to expose by writing Inside Hollywood.
Right. How long were you there with The Star?
I was there with The Star about 2 years.
Well, it took you a fair while to realise all of a sudden this could be damaging and harmful to people.
I realised it from the beginning, but I was desperate. I really wanted
Desperate
the work.
for what, money?
I was desperate for the work because I wanted to stay in America, and the only way I could get a green card, because I was illegal, was to work on an Australian-based group like News Limited.
So what other lies did you perpetrate?
This one, I was the one who started the rumour that there's a feud between Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd.
Did you? What, you were just sort of sitting around one day and thought, what can I write? And you wrote that?
He wouldn't give me an interview, and he wouldn't talk to anyone at that point. And I did get to meet her, and she was really ratty, so I thought... They didn't actually talk on the set, I watched them. She's stuck in one corner, he's stuck in the other, and I thought, this is strange, I wrote the story. And I guess there must have been an element of truth, because everyone has been talking about it ever since.
But when you write lies, why don't they sue you? I guess it depends how damaging the lies are.
Yes, exactly. I never actually wrote anything that was really nasty.
What's the worst thing you've written?
I think the worst thing I wrote was I invented a feud between Joan Collins and Diane Carroll, and it really got the ball rolling for me in Hollywood. That was the first story I made up on The Star. I had just arrived there, and I wanted the job on The Star, and they said, what can you do? And they got me to write. I suggested the Joan Collins story. It was entirely fictitious, and I was really worried about getting a lawsuit.
And does the editor know that it's untrue?
No, well, they all know, but they don't care. They will ring you. The news editor would ring you from New York, And she was like a demon on everyone's back. In fact, everyone on the Hollywood Bureau of the Star was Australian, and she would ring us and she would say, I want something on Elizabeth Taylor this week, or George Hamilton, or Linda Evans, whoever it was, and you had to come up with whatever she said she wanted.
Any true stories in the magazine?
Sometimes.
Just sometimes.
When we were lucky.
Well, you must feel, I mean, particularly when you're attacking people's private lives, you must sometimes feel pretty low, Fiona, for doing that.
I never actually invented, I'm not a very good tabloid reporter because I sabotaged more stories than I actually wrote, and the ones I did invent were so funny. When you actually read them, they're quite preposterous. So I don't think the Star really liked me, but the kind of things I did invent they loved, and the Stars loved, because I used to buy scripts to shows like Dynasty in Dallas. They sell for $1,000 a piece there. It's a very big market for people to sell off copies of scripts, and I would buy them and I'd write big stories about what's happening on Dynasty or Dallas next week.
Where would you buy them from, the scripts?
Former lovers, plastic surgeons.
The former lovers of them or yours?
Or the Stars.
Oh, yeah, right.
They're plastic surgeons, they're hairdressers, they're best friends.
And these, let me get it right, these are scripts that haven't been put into production as yet, so in other words, you blow what's going to happen on the show. Who are you working for now? And do you intend doing a review of the show?
I'm freelancing now, and I wrote Inside Hollywood. I was so thrilled to get a book deal, and Alan and Unwin have been a fantastic publishing group, and I'm not doing anything like the Star anymore.
You also broke a story on Natalie Wood and Robert Wagner, didn't you? What was that?
That was, for me, an amazing experience. It was actually the first true, genuine news story I ever got in Hollywood. I was the one who got the interview with Dennis DeVerne, who was the skipper on the boat, the Splendor, which was Natalie Wood's boat. And Dennis was on the boat the night Natalie drowned. And for years the story had been covered up because DeVerne claimed Wagner bought his silence. And he had bought him an actor's equity card and got him work on Heart to Heart, which was the series Wagner was doing then. And one day Wagner decided 5 years has been enough, and he stopped paying DeVerne off, and DeVerne called me. And he said, he told me the true story of what happened on the boat that night. It was really quite a sordid story, but in a nutshell, he said that they'd had a terrible argument that night on the boat because Christopher Walken, the actor, was also on the boat, and she was having an affair with him and Dennis DeVerne, and Wagner didn't like this, and they were all drinking very heavily, and she fell overboard. She was not a swimmer, and she always feared death by drowning.
Did they try to save her?
Well, Dennis DeVerne realised she'd gone overboard. This was his story. He claimed that he wanted to set up a search party, and RJ, as they call Robert Wagner, refused because he was afraid that all the other boats in the harbour where they were moored would realise that something had gone wrong and he'd get publicity. And he was quite drunk, apparently. Had he been sober, he probably would have exercised better judgment, but by the time DeVerne convinced him they should start a search party up for her, she was dead. So she really died to save his pride, according to
Do you cover this in the book?
Yes.
That story? Okay. Inside Hollywood by Fiona Manning. Thanks for joining us, Fiona.
Thank you.
Fiona Manning, formerly a reporter on the Star news magazine, and I must admit, I do admire you for your honesty with us today. I also admire the fact that our producers have booked our next group, the Rank Strangers. They've done lots of beaut things at Tamworth. They've been in the finals up there on at least 2 occasions that I know of, and they're very honest with their music. Their music is beaut. Their song today is $2 Bills. Please welcome the Rank Strangers.
Stone
Lost all my money but a $2 bill, and I'm on my long journey home.
Strange Strangers and $2 bills. Thank you, gang. We're back with you after this break. That's our show for today. It's been a pleasure being with you. Lovely seeing Pat and Olivia and the whole gang. Tomorrow, Christine Keeler and Ita Buttrose, just two of the many guests. If that's not variety, I don't know what is. Goodbye, and God bless you.
When in Melbourne, our guests stay at the Hilton on the Park. This has been a McKay production for the Australian Television Network.